Okay, so here we are on building the HUD for our Iron Man inside the mask. Welcome to part 3 tutorial. So the first thing you got to do is open your project. So you'll find your project. I got it in project 1 here. Double click on it, click, and mine is already open. You see I'm using Kirsty, the example here still. I have my head pivot, my face track, my 3D camera, all that stuff's done. Okay, so now you need to import your little graphics. I already have them in here. I'll show you what to do though. You hit import and see it's opening up to the SD card because that's where I was last. I'm going to go to the desktop, click on it, and there is project 1. Click on that, and there are 3 files on here: head flat, or HUD horizon flat, HUD left flat, and HUD right flat. If I hold down on the keyboard, the control button, it's like towards the bottom on the left hand side, I can select multiple things at once. Maybe if I hold down the shift button, there we go. So let me do that again. I click on the top one that I want, then I hold down the shift button, then I clicked on the bottom, and then I come over here to open and I click on open. Cha-ching. That will import it into our project. Let me show you that again. Under media, sometimes if you have effects or controls you might not see media. I'm going to click on media, I'm going to click on import right here. Then I'm going to click on desktop right here. Then I'm going to click on project 1, click on HUD horizon flat, hold down shift, click on the other 3 and click open. Once I do that, you'll see them right here. Give you just a moment to do that. Okay, I'm going to take all 3 of these. Again, I'm going to use the handy dandy shift button. I'm going to drag them and drop them like they're hot, right there on the top. Go ahead and do that. Alright, you see you no longer, with the active camera viewer on, you no longer see her face. It's covering her face. Give you a moment to do that. Okay, next thing, with all 3 selected, if I do this shift trick again, I can click on the top one, then I can hold down shift, I can select all 3. With all 3 selected, I'm going to click on the box here again, just like we did before, and I'm going to change from 2D to 3D. Go ahead and get that done. That's turned them all into a 3-dimensional object. Next step is this. I'm going to right click, I'm going to hold down control, click on this. Okay, I lied. There we go. I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to blend screen. So I hold down the control button, I click on the 3 highlighted graphics that we imported, I go to blend, and I'm going to come over to one that says normal blend. Boom. Let me do that again. Blend. Screen. Boom. They're see-through! Good work. So we hold control, we click, we go to blend, we go to screen, and then it makes the black background disappear and it makes them transparent. Go ahead and get that done. Alright, next step. With all 3 clicked and highlighted again, we're going to change these all to the reference point of head pivot. Booyah! So now these are all referencing that head pivot you created, so they'll kind of like spin around those spots and the tracking and stuff that you did before. Alright, the next thing we want to do with these 3 graphics highlighted is we want to flip them around to make it look like our actor or actress is reading them and not the audience. Right now you can see right here, you can read the word diagnostics, but really the actor here should be inside of their mask reading that, so it should be reversed like you're looking through a mirror. If that confuses you, don't worry about it. It's not that important, but we're going to take care of this. I'm going to come up here to next to viewer to active camera, and I'm going to go to the top down view. Boom. That gives me a top view of this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this circle and I'm going to rotate it just 180. So it's still flat. And what that did is that took these three things which are still highlighted and it flipped them in the opposite direction. So I'm going to go back to viewer, or back to right here to the view, and I'm going to go back to active camera, and you'll see diagnostics is now backwards. Next step. We're going to use the blue eye icon right here to turn some stuff off so we can focus on one graphic at a time. So I'm going to start on the top one. Boom. Oh, see how it's turning them all off at once because I have them all selected? Now I'm going to go to just select one. Turn them off. Now we're only seeing this one right here. I'm going to select this one layer. I'm going to go over to controls. If I click here and go to controls, clicked on controls, move this screen over so we can kind of see everything a little teeny bit better. I'm going to go to controls. I'm going to click on transform and open up this little box. So we're right here on controls. We started on media where we could see our media. We clicked on controls. We came down here and we opened the triangle for transform. Go ahead, take a moment, catch up to me. I'm going down to position now. I'm going to click control. I'm going to right click on position. And I am going to reset the position. Boom, that reset it. And I'm going to click on the third anchor position here. I'm going to put in, we'll call it negative 1800. Boom. Whoa, that was way off. Let's just call it 1800. That's way off. Let's call it 1300. We're under position 1300. That's a little better. And yeah, we'll call it 1300. Maybe even more like, let's go more like 1000. Sorry guys, having to change up the directions I was given. 800? Yeah, I like 800. So we're going to go with 800 with that. And I'm going to use rotation to orbit that around her head point. So that's down here. I'm going to the Y rotation right here. Whoop. Be more like this. Just kind of be random with it. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and repeat that for the other two layers. So I'm going to now I'm going to click and turn on the left layer. You see it in the beginning here. So now I'm on the left layer. We're still on controls. I'm going to go to transform. We're going to go to position, control, click. I'm going to click on position, then I'm going to hold down the control button, and I'm going to reset it. And now it's like right in front of her face. I'm going to go to this third point here, and let's make this like negative 700. Let's see what that does. Boom. It's like on this side. And we can go to the scale here. Let's see if we can up this. I'm going to up it a little bit and make this graphic a little bigger. Then I'm going to come over to this rotation point, the X rotation, just play with it a touch. Y rotation, play with it a touch. And be like that. Alright? So, now I'm going to go to the last layer and turn it on. And see, this is like right in front of her face. Let's see, what number do we want to do for this last layer? Let's go ahead and click on it. Nope. Nope. Yep. Here it is, the top one. I'm going to go over to transform. And let's just make it, we're going to click on position. We're going to reset it. And let's go to this third number here. And second number. Yeah, let's take this number here. I'm going to bring it down like to her chin. Let me see if I can bring this down to like her chin. See how I clicked on the middle number here this time? Whoa, negative 800. I did positive 800, it took it up high. I'm going to do negative 800, try to take it down right here. Negative 600 then. And we'll call it good probably. There we go. Alright, so we got our anchor points all in. And if you're going to look at this now, boop, 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 boop. Isn't that awesome? You just did that. You rock. Go ahead up, save your project. File, save as. And we're going to call this Mr. Gill Tutorial. Save it on the desktop in my case, and it is good to go. I'm glad that you successfully just made an awesome graphic. Mr. Keel out.